Welcome back. This is the 11th episode of the Painted Privacy video series, and I'm the artificial avatar of Luca Bolognini, European data lawyer and essayist. In this episode, we'll talk about Santa's privacy and about timing, special occasions, compliance requirements. You can admire here in the lower right corner a lovely painting by the Scottish artist Joseph Farquharson, who took inspiration from the Barbizon school. In the mid-19th century, in the French village of Barbizon, on the edge of the forest of Fontainebleau, this movement attracted numerous artists who advocated close contact with nature as the key to achieving an unprecedented form of romantic realism. Farquharson even had a mobile studio built so that he could paint surrounded by nature in extreme conditions of cold and snow. This painting depicts sunset on a very short winter's day, like the ones we are experiencing at this time of year. It gives the idea of time slipping away, light lingering for only a short while longer, and the hurry to get things in order before darkness falls. We know what a strain the festive period puts on lawyers and consultants, as well as their clients, in the rush to wrap up pending cases and outstanding paperwork before the great end-of-year exodus. The metaphor of the very short winter's day making us scramble to achieve last-minute results, to get the sheep into the warm and the hay into the barn, is fitting. A contemporary of Farquharson, or close enough, at the end of the 19th century, the Danish artist Viggo Johansen imagined and painted this joyful Christmas moment, with a mother and her children around the twinkling tree. You can see it in the lower left corner of this video. Christmas seems to me irrefutable proof of the fact that happy forms of compliance can and do exist. We call them traditions, festive holidays, and special occasions. Conformity in these cases is eagerly anticipated, filled with warmth and cheerful, peaceful, colorful emotions. The tree and its decorations are works of art that enhance our homes and our mood. There is no sinister conformism except for the Grinch or those with hearts of stone. Let me overindulge for a moment in benevolent fantasies. If the annual tax return, budget approvals, and regular reports of the DPO were an integral part of a festive holiday, embedded in special occasions for exchanging gifts, eating treats, and showing affection to one another, who knows, maybe then they would become moments of desirable happiness. Time, as I was saying. There are time limits imposed by law or by regulations, either mandatory or peremptory. Then there are natural timings, like in a pregnancy, which no decree could change. Deadlines are, in some cases, tied to timings and objectives we set ourselves. But let's not complain too much about our end-of-year compliance deadlines. Some have it far worse. Santa Claus travels 8,180.2 95,055 kilometers per hour in 24 hours to deliver presents to children all over the world, according to the scientist who did the calculations, Larry Silverberg, professor of mechanical and aerospace engineering at North Carolina State University. He speculates that, with his reindeer, the ruddy-faced, kindly superhero makes use of relativistic clouds to dilate space and time and fulfill in several months everything that, in our perception, happens in just one night. If only we had his powers, they would prove so useful, not least when we receive notification of an imminent inspection by the authority. Santa is around 1,700 years old. He has aged pretty well, even if he has gained quite a few pounds. He was Bishop of Myra in Turkey, then became, on his own merit, Saint Nicholas. That was when he began helping children and bringing them presents after moving to the North Pole. As we all know, Santa also has the gift of invisibility and can squeeze down even the narrowest chimneys. If the children are not asleep, he does not go in and comes back later. He processes a vast quantity of children's data, profiling them in huge polar databases, all with the full consent of those exercising guardianship or parental responsibilities, and above all, he takes into account the wishes expressed by the children in their letters. I am heartened by the fact that we all respect Santa's privacy and identity at home and in public, in books and on the internet. From Wikipedia to 1,000 other online sources, the description of his story and his achievements is objective and unsullied by fake news, Every now and then, some heartless person posts false rumors that he does not exist, but luckily, the fact-checkers are quick to expose the hoax. This is truly astonishing and heartwarming. Pretty much the entire human race succeeds in defending the truth and upholding the dignity and freedom of Santa Claus, and they do it spontaneously, collectively. There is no need for laws, authorities, or policing to enforce respect for Santa and Christmas traditions. Ethics are more than enough. There are only two modern-day powers capable of tracking Santa's movements on the night between December 24th and 25th. Care to venture a guess? It goes without saying that Google is one of them, while the other is the North American Air Security and Defense Services. You may laugh, but it's all true. Google has developed the Santa Tracker. Thanks to its formidable digital technologies, the web giant can reconstruct Santa's movements while he delivers presents. Meanwhile, the North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD, is able to track Santa's route in real time using its powerful intelligence resources. Max Schrems might be interested in taking the matter to the EU Court of Justice, but there it is. Thanks for following this 11th episode of Painted Privacy. Merry Christmas, and see you next time with Luca Bolognini's artificial avatar.